Welcome to another Sunday WOAY ABC4 Community Forum, where we talk to community leaders and local success stories to discuss important information that affects all of us here in Southern West Virginia. I'm your host, Brandy Lawrence. And today we're joined by another distinguished guest, Angel Blankenship, who is the Director of Public Relations for Hospice of Southern West Virginia, joins us this morning. Thanks so much for joining us at the forum.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, of course. So for the people out there that may not be aware of hospice and what you all do, can you give them a little background?
Sure. So Hospice of Southern West Virginia is a not-for-profit organization that exists to serve individuals who have a life-limiting illness and have been given a prognosis of 6 months or less. We serve those patients and their families in Raleigh, Fayette, Summers, and Wyoming County. We have nurses who go out to the homes. We also have Bowers Hospice House where individuals can come and stay. It's a very nice home-like setting. Families can come and visit and stay with their loved ones there at the Bowers Hospice House. So we serve patients during those last 6 months of their life, and kind of start off doing a lot more for the patient, and then as the disease progresses, we do a lot of education with the family so that they can be involved in the care of their loved one as well. And then we also do bereavement services, grief support for the family members once their loved one has passed.
And that's a very important job, and I don't know if a lot of people realize it as much, but what you all do is really wonderful. So.
It is. Our nurses are out there every day, with families at the worst time of their life, just trying to make a difference and give our patients the most fulfilling end of life and helping the family members cope and deal with that transition.
And what I wasn't aware of is, you all do more beyond that, and you have some events and things coming up. So could you tell us about the auto fair?
Sure, yeah. So one of the things that we do every year is the Friends of Charity Auto Fair, which is a really exciting community event. We put a lot of work into it. We have about 500 cars that come to the Raleigh County Memorial Airport and to showcase all the work and things that they put into their cars. This year the auto fair is on July 14th and 15th. The gates open at 9 a.m. Everyone's welcome to come out. We have over 200 cars already registered. More show up and register the day of, so we're expecting a little over 500 this year. There's a concert on Saturday night with the Davison Brothers Band. We have a carnival that's going to be there. So the carnival will actually be there starting on Wednesday and go through Saturday, so kids can come out and ride all the rides. There's fair food, market vendors, just all the great, wonderful things that you typically have at a fair.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. And are you all still looking for any vendors or anybody else to, kind of come and help out?
We are. We are still accepting applications for market vendors. So if you have an arts and crafts business, or if you have something related to the car industry, and we have people who are doing like face painting, we have some people who are doing like tumblers, that sort of thing. We have political vendors who come out, community members who come out and just want to share information about their organization. Applications for that are available on the Auto Fair website, wvautofair.com. So you can download the application right there, and it has all the instructions on how to fill it out, where to send the application to, and the spots for a vendor is $100, and you get a 10 by 10 space. So all of that information is right there, and you can send it into our office and be ready to go on the 14th and 15th.
Awesome. And so anyone who wanted to register for the car show, can they go there as well?
Yeah, they go to WV Auto Fair. Car registration is on there. Pre-registration is open right now, so it's $20 a vehicle. On June the 27th, that price will go up. So it's better to register now so that you can get a little bit of a discount. If you're unable to register online and you want to wait and kind of see what the weather is, we have some people who do that, who like to just register the day of. You're more than welcome to drive in and register there on site, the 14th and the 15th.
And since this is community forum, I do like to get the community a little bit involved. So are you all looking for any volunteers or any donations to kind of help out with the fair?
We do take volunteers. Hospice also uses volunteers very regularly in all of our things that we do throughout the year. So you can contact us at the Hospice of Southern West Virginia, 304-255-6404. And our volunteer coordinator is wonderful. He'll get in contact, and there's like a little volunteer training program for hospice volunteers. And he'd get in contact with you and get you trained and get you ready to help out at the auto fair. And we also take donations. As part of the auto fair, we use sponsors and we take donations from community members. So anybody who's looking to donate or to be a sponsor can find information again on the website for the auto fair, wvautofair.com, or they can call the office, and any of us there will be happy to speak to you about sponsorship opportunities or ways that you can help and be involved by donating or even being a volunteer.
Well, all right, guys, there it is. You guys get involved and come to the West Virginia Auto Fair and help out a little bit. So what inspired hospice to really get involved with something like this, like the West Virginia Auto Fair? Because I know it's kind of a little different. I mean, this is more, jubilant, whereas some stuff can be a little more somber, I guess, in hospice. So
it can. So we're always looking for ways to fundraise and make money to help cover the cost of our patients and the care for our patients. So at hospice, we never refuse any treatment for a patient or their family based on their ability to pay. So whether someone has insurance or Medicare or whatever to cover their the cost for hospice services, if they don't have that, we don't turn them away. So this money goes towards helping cover the medical bills and things for the patients that we serve who may not have insurance, and it helps cover some of the additional things that we do for families that aren't necessarily covered under Medicare. Like we've been involved in help if a family needs a porch, we've been involved in helping take care of some house repairs and that sort of thing. Whatever we can do to kind of ease and help the patient be more comfortable in their last 6 months of life. We want to make sure that happens. We've helped with weddings to make those happen for our family. So we used all of that money to go back to our patients and the community that we live in, just to make sure that they have the most fulfilled life while they're on our services.
So the proceeds from the auto fair will go back into hospice?
It does. We joined teams with Bryan Safe House. So they are an addiction recovery center that 12 months, you have to sign up and go into it for 12 months here in hospice. So Bryan Safe House, that was their name, not sure if I said that. But you can, so part of the proceeds go there, and then the other part goes to hospice. So that's kind of what we do at hospice with the proceeds from the auto fair. And it's kind of nice for us because, like you said, we are normally dealing with somber things. So this is a way for us to give back to the community, something to celebrate and for everybody to come out and have a good time and really celebrate life, because as we know, life can be very short. And so we became involved as a way to raise money and to celebrate the life that we have.
Definitely. And I think even you mentioning like the other things that you all do for the hospice care patients, like weddings and things like that, that's even you all celebrating life in a time that's just kind of difficult. So that's wonderful as well. Yeah. And what led to the kind of the collaboration between the hospice and Bryan Safe House for this event?
Well, I think we have partnered with some other community other nonprofit community members in the past, and we were kind of looking for somebody who could come on board and help us. There's a lot of physical labor that goes into the auto fair, and Bryan Safe House was able to kind of come together and help fill some of that need. We do a lot of things with volunteers. Our nurses are busy every day out seeing patients, so we obviously are not pulling resources from our patients and their families. We're still seeing patients and families. We're still making sure everybody's taken care of. So we needed additional people to just kind of come and put it all together and make sure everything gets accomplished, so that whenever everybody walks into the auto fair and they see all the cars out there and the food vendors, it looks like it's effortless, but it's not. We spend a lot of time discussing fences and how to put a fence up and where it's going to go, and getting just things as simple as water to the food vendors or to the carnival members. So all of that takes a lot of people on the ground and at it for weeks and months ahead of time, and Bryan Safe House has been a great partner in helping us make sure all of those things happen.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a big feat.
It is.
I don't know if we went over, how many vendors do you have so far kind of set up for now?
Oh gosh, I don't know if I have a number. We have quite a few market vendors. Our sponsors set up as vendors as well, so they'll be out displaying some of the things from their companies. We typically have places like some of the auto parts stores, they come out. We have car dealerships who are sponsors. They come out and bring cars out so that people can look at those. Boyd Cat brings out some of their equipment so people can see all of that equipment. I think last year they even had a game where you could use one of the cranes and try to push a ball into a target type of thing. So we have I don't know that I have an exact number of vendors. It kind of is growing every day. So even if I gave you a number today, it would be more tomorrow. It'd be different tomorrow.
Gotcha. And you said there will be fair food, and the carnival starts that Wednesday.
Yeah, carnival starts on Wednesday. You can buy tickets to ride the carnival rides individually, or you can buy a wristband that is good for an unlimited amount of rides for the day. That information is not on our website yet. The carnival itself sets those prices. So that information will be available as soon as they set up and put up their signage. But I don't think that the wristband is very expensive, so I wouldn't want to give a price and then it be wrong. But when I was talking to him about it, it was very reasonable, not as much as what a wristband costs at, say, like the state fair. So a bit more reasonable for families who are looking to go out and do something fun for the evening.
All right. Well, y'all keep an eye out for that website and check those prices there. So I feel like it'll be a good, thing for people to come out and do, and something good and affordable.
Sure.
And the live music aspect with the Davison Brothers, what kind of led to that? Like you all saying, hey, we kind of want them to come and perform. No.
Well, we go through a very long process of trying to find an artist to come and perform. So we were very excited and fortunate this year to have the Davison Brothers Band come. They are a local band to West Virginia. They hail from the Clarksburg area. So we have some people who enter the cars every year from the Clarksburg area. When they found out the Davison Brothers were going to be there, they were just over the moon about them coming. So we are looking forward to getting them there and seeing them perform. They've been on the Grand Ole Opry. They've performed in Australia. I think the Rolling Stone held them as one of the 10 new country artists to watch. So we're very excited for them to come out and perform. And we're even more excited that they are from the state of West Virginia, So we get to really celebrate the people of West Virginia throughout the auto fair. And this is another great way to do it. They'll be performing on Saturday night. The tickets for the concert are included in the gate admission on Saturday, so there's no additional cost. You can buy your tickets in advance on the website, wvautofair.com, for $12 for a weekend pass, and that includes the concert. So it's a great price to come in and watch. It's kind of like festival style seating. You can come bring a blanket, bring a lawn chair so you can sit out and watch them. And then there will be fireworks at the end of their show. So that is another exciting part of it. We'll have a carnival and fireworks and live music going on. It'll be a great time on Saturday night to come out and see everything.
Awesome. Feel like a fun, full weekend.
Oh, yeah,
things
absolutely.
To do. All right. Well, we're going to have to wrap up our first half, but stay tuned for our second half where I speak more with Angel Blankenship from Hospice of Southern West Virginia about the upcoming auto fair. The Sunday Community Forum. I'm here with Angel Blankenship. She is the Director of Public Relations for Hospice of Southern West Virginia, and we're talking about, well, we started with the auto fair, but now we're talking about more events that go on at Hospice of Southern West Virginia. So we said that, we talked about the auto fair for the first half. You were mentioning that it's like one of the largest fundraisers that y'all do.
It is. It is the largest fundraiser that we do for Hospice of Southern West Virginia. So we put a lot of effort and things into that. We do have some additional fundraisers that we do throughout the year, but the Friends of Charity Auto Fair by far is the largest fundraiser that we have to give back to our patients and the families in the community.
And what are the other kind of events that you do? I know you kind of mentioned that there's some more like kind of car things going on.
Yeah, so there are some other car events that happen within the Friends of Charity Auto Fair that I don't think we talked about for car enthusiasts to enjoy. They have, during the auto fair, we have like a glow off competition. We have a lot of cars that come and have like different lights and things that are on their car. So on Friday night, we have a glow off competition, and the cars are able to light up all the lights that are on their car and kind of come through in a little light parade. And so there's a competition for that. There's a Jeep Flex competition for all of our Jeep enthusiasts. They can get involved in that. There's a limbo competition, which is kind of fun. So they put up a whole limbo thing, and the cars, the low riders, will go underneath it to see who can go the lowest under the limbo. So that's a lot of fun. Probably the biggest crowd favorite is the burnout competition, where cars can come out and then burn out tires. Creates a lot of smoke, a lot of anxiety for those of us running that, just for the safety. But the crowd obviously loves the burnout competition, because it always kind of puts you in the mind of like all the movie scenes and people burning out on the movie and the smoke going. So that's definitely a crowd favorite at the auto fair.
Yeah, definitely like a Fast and Furious type of situation.
Yes.
So these are the people that participate in. They're the people that brought the cars out, and they're the
So it's the cars that are being shown that compete in the event, and they're people like from the steering committee. We bring judges in from different places, and they help judge those things. And there's awards on Saturday. We do judged awards for the cars themselves, and then we have a participants pick, so participants can go in and vote on their favorite cars, and then we have these like competitions, and so we do awards for those as well.
Awesome. And what would be the prize for these, the car vendors coming out there?
So we have different prizes depending on the different competition that they're in or whatever it is, but probably the judged awards are probably like the most desired of those prizes, and we have these really great trophies. They're cut out in the shape of West Virginia. One of our sponsors takes care of cutting, and they do all of that for us, and it has the Friends of Charity logo cut out in there as well, die cut in there. And then each of our sponsors get to choose a vehicle, or their name, they don't choose it, but their name goes on there for those awards, and then we give those to the winners. And so people really love those. They're painted, they're gorgeous, they hang them up in their garage. It's definitely a piece of art that they can use in their garage that kind of go along with the whole car theme. So those are probably the best prizes that people want whenever they come out.
Awesome. And will there be like a little ceremony after the contest?
There is. So there's an awards ceremony on Saturday afternoon. I want to say it's at around 4 or 5 on Saturday that we typically have that. There will be a schedule of events that come out that'll be posted on the field, like on yard signs throughout the show, and then we'll probably put it on our social media sites as well. So it'll kind of give you a timeline of when all of those things will happen.
Awesome. So it'll be West Virginia Auto Fair on Facebook, or
it's the Friends of Charity Auto.
Friends of Charity.
Yeah,
okay.
Friends of Charity Auto Fair on Facebook. You can find us there. We are constantly posting like different things coming up, like little teasers for the stuff that's coming. So it's a great way to kind of stay informed and see what's going on, what to expect when you get there, and that kind of thing.
And I don't remember if I asked the first time. I know I talked about kind of like volunteers and donations, but were there any more openings for any sponsors?
Yeah, so we are always taking sponsors. We have different sponsor levels. We have copper all the way up to platinum. So there's different from $250 to $5,000. There's a lot of great ways to be a sponsor, no matter where you are on that level for your business. If you are interested in being a sponsor, please reach out to us at the office. You can call the 304-255-6404, and we can go over all of that with you and get you that information.
Awesome. So from anywhere, so from small businesses to like enterprises, it's all.
Oh yeah, we have everything covered, and we do. We get small businesses all the way up to very large businesses and corporations that are involved, and everyone is always very excited about it. It's one of the things that they look forward to, coming out and talking to the crowd of people that are there about their business. And so it's just it's a great way for anybody, whether you're small, locally owned, or you employ hundreds of people, a way to be involved.
Good stuff. And what was I going to say? You said that this was a big, event. It takes a lot of work. So do you all start planning again, like after the fair is pretty much over?
So yes, we sometimes start planning before the fair is over. Like there are already things that we have noted that we want to do for the following auto fair, and we make note of those and start talking about that even before this fair has even happened. So it is a full year of planning from one auto fair to the next. It slows down obviously right after one auto fair, and then it peaks back up probably in January of the following year. So we have a little downtime, but by January of the next year, we're usually getting pretty solid into doing all the planning and starting getting information out and all of that thing. So it is months of planning.
And you all sort of, come together, I guess, to brainstorm about what it is that you kind of want to add to the next.
We do, yeah. We have a steering committee that meets regularly, and we talk about all of the details from where we're going to put porta potties all the way to getting information out to sponsors, and like how we're going to attract people, what we're going to do for media and advertising, just the whole gamut of things that you can possibly encounter, from where we're going to get water sources from. I mean, we talk about all of it as a committee. So we're very thankful and all the committee members are volunteers. So nobody's getting paid for what they do as a committee member. So we're very grateful to them and the time that they put in to helping make this event such a success in the community.
Awesome. And, in a perfect world, if you had unlimited funds, what are some things that you would love to see, like at some of these other auto fairs that you all do, if you could do it?
Oh gosh, if we had unlimited funds, we would love to bring in some huge concert series, like maybe having more than one concert night. We would love to bring in some other types of entertainment, like there are some cars and things, like NASCARs and things like that we would love to bring in, but all of that stuff takes money. They don't just, volunteer to come out for nothing. So we have to really think about where we're going to allocate the money and how we're going to use that so that the organizations, Bryan Safe House and Hospice of Southern West Virginia, end up with money that they need to run their organizations, and it still be a great time for the community and the response that we have. So I think if we had an unlimited amount of money, we would go huge with the whole thing. But I think what the auto fair that we have works great for our community. The people seem to really love it. It has kind of an intimate feel when people come. People see each other year after year. Like I mentioned, some people from Clarksburg, they come every year and they bring all of their friends, and they've made friends here. And so it's become a really good, nice community within itself event that happens. And so I think that that's kind of nice to have that feel as well.
Awesome. And I know people are always looking, for something to do here. And yeah, you've really given them a full-fledged, weekend just full of things to do.
And $12, if you go right now, and it's $12 for the weekend pass. Kids 12 and under are free. So it is, with the exception of the carnival rides, there's an additional cost to that, and then of course paying for your food. But I mean, $12 just to get in and go look at the cars, talk to the sponsors, have some food there. It's a great opportunity for families, no matter what your budget is. It's very affordable. So it's a great weekend.
And I know West Virginia loves a car fair, a good, car show.
Yeah, and we have cars. I think we had a car, I know, register that was like in 1920. So, cars that are over 100 years old, they have to drive onto the show field. So these cars are still being driven, and it's just amazing to see, a car with that much history parked next to a car from the 2000s, a sports car. It's just really cool to go out and see all of those things.
Yeah. And, the people that are, driving it, they have to be knowledgeable about, they have to have all the information about these cars too. So it's kind of like a history lesson too, a little bit, and you're getting the
I hate to talk about cars with them because it makes me
like,
I don't have that same kind of knowledge.
Neither do I, but I can only imagine what some of, what kind of cars they have out there and the history behind it.
The history behind how, some of them are driving their cars that they drove in high school that they kept, and so it's been with them their whole life. So their whole life story is wrapped up in this car, and it is just really cool to go out and listen to them tell the story of how they got this car, even if it wasn't with them their whole life. There is a story behind why they love this car or what spoke to them about this car, and so their stories are just amazing to go and listen to.
Sounds like fun, a lot of fun. So let's see, for Community Forum, we were talking a little bit about volunteering for hospice, and what type of roles would you be looking for volunteers to do there?
So we take volunteers to help in a variety of ways. One of those is to help events like this, fundraisers. We also have volunteers who come in and answer the phone and do some filing and clerical work for us. And we have volunteers who do things with our patients and help our patients and the families out. We have volunteers who make calls every week on Thursdays to talk to patients and their families and see if there's anything that they need. So we call those our tuck-in volunteers. So they just kind of tuck our patients in for the weekend, see what they need, see if there's any supplies that they're short on so that they can let the nurses know, the CNAs know, so we can make sure that they have those before the weekend comes, as our office is only open Monday through Friday. Although we do have on-call 24/7 nurses, you can go out and see them. The office itself is only there Monday through Friday. So we just want to make sure that they are as prepared as we can make them for the weekend and make sure that they are tucked in and ready to go and have everything that they need. So those volunteers are very important to that role. We have volunteers at our Bowers Hospice House who help there, answer the phone, greet guests as family members as they come in, kind of go around and just say, check in on our patients. We have chaplains who volunteer. So if you're spiritual counselor or a minister and you are interested in getting involved, we also take volunteers to do that as well. And so any way that somebody would like to volunteer, we pretty much have a role for them there.
Awesome. That's wonderful. And I'm so glad that we got to end off on that note because we are about to wrap up. But if you could give the contact information for people to find you all, like phone number.
Sure. So the phone number to hospice is 304-255-6404. The website is hospiceofsouthernwv.org. And for the auto fare, it is wvautofare.com.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us on the forum today, giving us all this good information. And thank you all for joining us this Sunday. Be sure to come back next Sunday where we talk to another distinguished guest about everything going on here in West Virginia, Southern West Virginia. And you guys have a happy Sunday.